Hey, what is up guys? This is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the DC Collectibles Supergirl from the Supergirl television series. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in your standard DC Collectibles window box packaging. Turning the box around, we can see Supergirl along with the other figures from this wave. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here's Supergirl out of the box. And man, this is a decent figure. It's by no means a great figure, and by no means one of DC Collectibles' best, but it's just okay. It does have some great things like the sculpt and the paint, but where it really lacks is articulation. Some of that stuff really pisses me off, and I can understand why some people can look past it and just see it for the beautiful piece that it is. So with this figure finally in hand, let's take a closer look at Supergirl. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Supergirl. Now, I kinda have mixed feelings about this figure. She's by no means a bad figure, but I know I don't have the figure in hand right now, but I think I kind of like the Mattel version a little better than this one. Yeah, and you'll kind of see what I mean. Maybe that's me because I'm kind of an articulation buff, and this one does lack in that area in some ways. But I mean, overall, again, I just have mixed feelings about it. It does have some good things, and it does have some bad things, so let's take a look at them. So overall, the face sculpt is actually pretty decent. I think it looks pretty good right there. She looks pretty hot. I love that quite a bit. The hair looks really nice because the face sculpt itself looks really good. You can even see kind of like a gloss done for like the lips and whatnot. I think is really cool. We get that Supergirl red and S with the light yellow trim around it, just like that, just like in the show. And the top itself does have like a slight blue shimmer to it. I don't know how well that's picking up on my camera, but it has almost like a speckle effect, which looks very nice. And looking in detail, you can actually see like some red seam lines, even going through like the breast right here, down to the top, even through the arms. You can see some like red stitching, which is very cool. I don't think I've even noticed that in the show. So, but just taking a close look at the figure, I'm noticing that right here. So that's actually really cool, and I think something that this figure does have over the Mattel version. Nice gold for the belt and whatnot. Skirt piece looks very cool. It does have a darker wash in there, so it makes it stand out a little bit with all those wrinkles and folds. And the legs look very nice, nicely sculpted with her long boots and whatnot. Look very good. Those knee-high boots are very sharp. The cape is a nice, softer, durable plastic. It looks very cool, nice and thin. I do like that. And you get the long flowing hair in the back with a nice darker wash in there to really bring out that sculpt of like the wavy hair, which I think is pretty decent. I do like that quite a bit. She does have interchangeable hands, and the hands are just on straight pegs like so. And you can just take them out like that and replace them with something else. One thing is a little weird. She comes with the gripping hands. I don't know why. Like, I guess to hold on to something, whatever, but she doesn't come with any accessories to hold. So I usually just have this closed-fisted hand and more like this open palm hand like that. That's usually what I'll use. It's more like a flight hand and whatnot, but I'm not sure what these gripping hands are for if she doesn't have anything to actually grip that she actually came with. So again, kind of pointless. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's cool that we got them. She could hold maybe one of your other accessories or something from that I don't know. This is just kind of pointless to me. So let's take a look at articulation now. So the head is on a ball joint. It does kind of roll around a little bit. Does turn left and right like so. Does look up and down a bit. Kind of rock side to side, but the hair is pretty big, so it does kind of hinder articulation a bit. But it's not terrible. The arms can go full 360, go out about that much. They have a rotation at the bicep right there, and a single bend at the elbow that actually works pretty nice. You can see how it goes in. The swivel at the wrist, as well as hinge at the wrist. There is zero ab articulation whatsoever. I am a big advocate of some type of articulation in the upper torso, even with female figures. Now, I know a lot of female figures from DC Collectibles don't do that, because I get it, because they don't want to mess up the sculpt and whatnot, but this is it's ridiculous in my opinion. they could easily hide a waist swivel right here under the belt and the skirt piece to at least rotate, but you can't do anything. You can't rotate it, you can't pivot, crunch. None of that, in my opinion, is completely ridiculous. Now, the leg joints kick forward about that far, but this skirt piece actually right here, this is going to be really awkward, I'm sorry, but this skirt piece is actually a pretty, it's softer plastic, but it's not soft enough for the articulation, so if you really want to force it, you're going to get it about there, but it's not going to hold. See, it's just going to pop back, so you're really only going to get about that much, which again just kind of annoys me, so that's ridiculous. It has these like T-joints, almost like Mattel. You can do almost a full split, but again, because that skirt is really tougher plastic, you can't really like hold position that way, and it just kind of go back to its position. Again, no thigh swivel. That's kind of ridiculous in my opinion too. They could easily hide that with a skirt. Double jointed knees that were pretty good, but those look awkward as F. Like, that's an ugly looking squared off knee. That's horrible. I don't know what the hell they think. That just looks terrible in my opinion. Some people might not mind that, but I do. I just think it's completely ridiculous. Now, we do got really nice ankle joints, allows you to point the toe up and down, and zero ankle rocker or rotation, anything like that. So, because there's no like thigh swivel, and the way the mold kind of is with the legs, and because of the skirt piece, she can have some trouble standing here and there, but you can get her to stand. But you shouldn't have really too many problems with it. She still holds, her stance fairly decently. But again, the lack of articulation in some areas really prevent me from really enjoying this figure. I think that's why I do like the Mattel one a little bit more. And damn, I really wish DC Collectibles would give us flight stands for their flying characters, because she like needs one so bad. So I don't know, it's kind of a hit or miss. If you really love the Supergirl figure and you're collecting this line of figures from DC Collectibles, then I think she's definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here she is standing next to a Marvel Legends Captain America figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your super comparison, here she is standing next to the DC Icon Superman and a custom Mattel Elite Super Cena. And just for fun, here she is standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys. My review of the DC Collectibles Supergirl from the Supergirl television series. Now, like I've stated, I have kind of mixed feelings about this piece. On one hand, she is a beautiful figure. She's got a great face sculpt, awesome paintwork, and just overall a beautiful figure. But the articulation is one thing that really irks me. I can't understand why DC Collectibles just lacks articulation in certain things. Like, give me a waist swivel, please. I'm begging you, seriously, give me a freaking waist swivel. But other than that, she's a decent figure, and I think she will look pretty cool in your collections. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.